Welcome back to the Proper Football Podcast. We have a lot of crazy things to talk about this week. Good games we watched this week as well.
Some really good games. Very eventful week, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember a more exciting week in football than this, especially across
all the leagues.
All the leagues. We're going to cover a bunch of leagues. So get to it. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. If you like our content, please do that for us. We want to continue giving you more value, so let us know that you're liking or disliking. It doesn't really matter to us. Just let us know, and we'll continue with the show.
Yes, sir. Stay engaged. Comments, all that good stuff. We will like that.
Indeed. One thing we did like was the game of the week, I guess you can say. Some people liked it more than others, but a lot of people were very displeased with some of the stuff. And I'm sure you've probably heard about it if you haven't already. The Tottenham-Liverpool game ended 2-1 at the final, but we got to start from the beginning. I think holiday season came early for Spurs because they got gifted with a win today.
Yeah, my prediction was 2-1 Liverpool, but, I guess they did the trickaroo. And
yeah, they did. They did the flipper.
We got it. Yeah, we got the other way. Yeah. I liked the game until... the first red card happened. I felt like it was a fluent game. Both teams looked amazing. But, yeah, that first red card, Curtis Jones. How'd you feel about it? That disappointed me. I know there's rules in place for the game, for player safety, but...
Listen, player safety, I'm all for it. But these players are getting paid millions and millions of dollars because of the risk they take. The training that they do every day, the risk they take to go put their body on the line every day. It's not a regular thing to do. So there is going to be some risk. I'm all for keeping people as safe as possible, but that tackle is a yellow card at best for me. Because as a defender, I played defender my whole life. He gets the ball. It's just unfortunate. He goes over it, and he catches his leg, unfortunately. Yes, it's a foul. Don't get me wrong. But a red card to change the game that early, what was it, the 19th, 20th minute?
Yeah, it was the 25th minute.
25th minute. That's just, for me, not a red.
Me too. Not a red. I could go with the yellow. I'm fine with the yellow.
Was it given a straight red right away?
No, it was
a yellow?
First, it was a yellow.
Right.
Then the ref went to VAR.
And that's the thing, they showed it in slow motion.
Yeah.
And that picture frame, only showing things out of context.
But that's the thing. Everything looks worse in slow motion. Right. During the gameplay, Curtis Jones is, running to win the ball, like you said. And I don't believe he did it maliciously. I think he went there to win the ball, But things happen. That's part of the game. People are going to get hurt. There's going to be contact. And that's just how it goes. And a player like him, he's going to be prone to getting red cards then because he runs at people throughout the whole game. So what do you do with the guy? Now he has to change his playing style so he doesn't get red cards?
Yeah, and it changes Liverpool style in a sense because he's like a pressing machine. He's not the most technically gifted going forward, but he's going to work hard. Yeah. Kind of like a Conor Gallagher at Chelsea. Yeah. He's just going to work hard, and he does a phenomenal job plugging in the holes that he needs to plug in. Now, he's a big loss for that side of the game for Liverpool, and now you got to play a man down. For VAR to force him to go check it out, every time they you know what it is. If they tell you to go check VAR, it's because they want you to overturn it. They want you to overturn it. So it's already a given. It's unfortunate. So that's the first gift
but
that Tottenham got.
You change the dynamics of the game when you give out a red card. And this is a highly anticipated game. You know what I'm saying? People are looking to watch.
Right.
Not even just watch. People spend their time. Imagine the people that go buy tickets. Mm-hmm. Even us, that's make time to watch this game. It's disappointing. I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I'm disappointed.
Because for the rest of the game, now you have a different outlook. Liverpool's going to have to play a whole different game because they're man down.
Exactly.
It's very unfortunate because the whole game's changed pretty much because it's an early red card.
And it's not the first time. It's been a occurring thing. So, not a red card for me.
Bro, I have a theory, though. Because after the red card, Liverpool played pretty well, even with a man down. I think Klopp has a strategy in place.
No, don't say that.
Where he's telling some, get a card early because we're gonna play. Van Dijk got a card early, came back and won the game. Wasn't McAllister got a red card? They won the game. I think it's just a reoccurring theme that Klopp has something over.
No, saying that is a little bit bizarre, bro. You think they're going out?
Of course, I'm joking.
Yeah, going out getting red cards just for playing styles. No, Liverpool look good with 11 men. Tottenham. I mean, if we had 11 men, I think it's a different game. Even with the 10 men, it was a different game. We look better, honestly. Of course, they're going to have more chances and they might have the ball more, but, defensively, we look good. And then going on, the biggest, craziest mistake of the week.
If you think about clicking off this video or if you're listening on the audio version, change your mind right now because this right here is going to be a juicy subject.
Yeah, so, wow. Watching that game live.
Same.
I'm on the phone with one of my good friends, and I'm screaming at the TV, top of my lungs. I'm like, it's not offsides. It's clear as day.
Clear as day.
Because it's paused, but now...
Well, let's give context.
I'm going there. Yeah. It's Luis Diaz. Salah gets the ball, obviously, passes the ball to Diaz. He follows up with the finish. But now... it's a quick sequence. He scores, but he doesn't celebrate because they already have the flag up. All right, continue on. The refs, clearly had some miscommunication. And then we're seeing it on the screen, no lines.
Yeah, the VAR offsides line that they usually show to distinguish whether it's onside or offside never show up.
No, never show up. So, the ref on the pitch, how do you indicate that's an offsides?
Right.
It's got to be a communication thing.
Yeah, and those lines are there for the integrity of the game to show everybody, hey, listen, we're not
and it's
just coming up with
always
stuff.
there. It's always there. It's always there. They pop it on the screen in the stadium. Everybody gets to see it. Dude.
Except for this time.
One
replay, no lines, offsides.
All right, if they do their job well, we get the goal. Game changes maybe. We have momentum. Maybe we score another one, and then maybe park the bus.
Because remember, they already have in the back of their mind, we're down a man. So if we go up a goal, maybe we change our strategy, right? But the first mistake I saw, which before VAR, I remember back in the day, we look at these people and the linesman is our worst enemy if we're attacking because they might raise that flag. And we used to get at the linesman for making a mistake because they have to be well trained to have the correct eye to see whether something's onside or offside. He raised his flag because he wanted to indicate that he was offsides, even though Luis Diaz was clearly onside. 10 years ago, before VAR, or 10 years ago, before VAR, do you think he raises his flag, or do you think he's relying on VAR too much, saying, hey, if I'm wrong, at least I got VAR to cover me? Because I think that's the wrong way to go about it if we're relying on technology to make the call that humans should be making.
Well, I think he still raises his flag, but then you have VAR as backup.
Right.
In case the naked eye doesn't catch it. And it's funny, even growing up, I remember playing with a few fast kids on my team, and they will get called offsides a lot because they're fast. And you just assume that they're offsides because they're getting the ball way faster than they should. But I don't have a problem with the ref raising his flag. Human error is going to happen all the time. But when you implement, technology and we rely on these other refs that are supposedly watching these games, we rely on them to make the right call, and they're not making the right calls. Who's there watching the game diligently over there? No one.
The VAR box, right?
No one.
My theory is that they went and took a coffee and they got a quick call. Hey, we got to check an offside, and they ran and looked at the screen right then and there because there's no way someone was watching that game intently and saw that was offsides. I mean, I think we got to explain a little bit more what the confusion was because on the field they called it offsides. So because it was so tight in a sense, they sent it to VAR and say, VAR, check this to make sure that we got the right call, which is the right protocol to take. The VAR whose name is Darren England, is thinking that the call on the field is onside. So that's the first mistake right then and there. Not paying attention.
Assuming.
Not getting clarification whether you're confused or anything. Secondly, he checks it, and in his mind, he's like, there's no need to put lines because it's such a clear onside. But remember, the real call on the field is offsides. He's thinking onside, so he says, check complete. I think that's the first mistake, because what does check complete mean? To you, it might mean something. To me, it might mean something. To the viewer, it might mean something else. How should they went about that instead of check complete?
Goal.
All right.
Golazo! Azo! Luis Diaz!
Goal! Like Spanish style, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't have to be like that, but check complete is not enough information to the ref on the field. Now the dude's lost. Right. Now it makes me think like, yo, did this guy just go with it and say, hey, fuck it, like I'm gonna just call this offsides?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because this, to his defense, he's just assuming, which is wrong. But this is what's going on. He's assuming that the check that the call is there. So they say check complete. So the ref on the field says, all right, check complete. It must have been offsides as we originally thought.
Yeah.
Let's start it up. Then something that just dropped today. Breaking news.
Yeah.
About 5 seconds after they continued play and let Tottenham have the free kick for the offsides, the VAR assistant referee is saying, oh, wait. It's supposed to be onside. He's onside. It's supposed to be a goal.
Are you okay with this?
Are you okay with it being offside? Are you okay with it being offside? And you got 3, 4, 5 different people talking. Then the guy Ollie that they're talking about in the video, in the audio.
Yep.
The guy Ollie is the head VAR person. He said, delay the game. The guy Ollie, the head of VAR, said, delay the game. Tell him to delay the game.
Yeah.
Then the VAR says, no, they already took the free kick. It's protocol that we can't restart the game after a free kicks have been started.
Who cares about your protocol? Right. He said to delay the game, so delay the game.
Right.
He's calling shots, right?
The Ollie guy?
Yeah.
He's the head. He's the head of VAR.
Yeah. So he's the head of VAR. Aren't you supposed to listen to him?
Right. And then
aren't you supposed to, do what he says?
He said, there's nothing I can do. They already started up. And he's swearing, like, out of frustration.
Yeah.
Which, is going to happen when you just notice you made a big mistake.
The frustration, I feel like, not only comes from making the mistake, but on top of that, he's probably worried about his job. He's like fuck, like, I'm, like, really about to lose my job.
Damn, I got millions of people that's going to watch this and criticize me.
Yeah.
I'm scared that somebody might follow me to my house. Like, they're all valid points. But should have been corrected. The VAR's there to prevent mistakes.
But let's put it like this though. Protocol, right? You follow the protocol, but now you have tons and tons of people now talking about this. Look at us. We're talking about this. This is probably be like
the millionth person talking
about this, right? But it's like they could have avoided all this if they just said, you know what? Screw the protocol. Let's follow with good judgment.
Right.
And now things, go accordingly. Now Liverpool has the goal, and then they can continue the game. But, already with the red card and then with the disallowed goal, it's too much. It's too much.
We got to remember that referees are there not to follow protocol, not to do this, not to follow the laws of the game. They're there to keep the integrity of the game so that me and you, the viewer, the players, all have a fair playing field for someone to referee the game and make sure it's fair. At this point, it's becoming unfair because we're not using the technology and the tools and the resources that we have to keep the game fair, and we're bypassing things like, you know what? I missed it by 5 seconds. I got to screw the whole game.
Yeah, integrity goes out the window at that point when you talk about I can't do nothing about it now.
This is the best league in the world, and this is the type of treatment that we're getting as fans and viewers and even players of the game. I feel so bad for Liverpool in general because they got robbed of not only a person on the field, but now a goal, a crucial goal right before half.
Got robbed of points. You got to make every game count in this league. We're in 4th place now, I believe, with 16 points. Maybe we tie the game. Tottenham now doesn't have 17 points.
Now they're not in second. You guys are.
You know what I'm saying? We're in second because, goal differential and all that other good stuff. But you got to make the right calls. Good judgment got to be in place.
What happens 2 minutes after this botched call? Spurs score.
Yeah, Spurs score, and then Undugi tackles Gakpo, has no intentions to touch the ball. My man's walked away with a yellow card freely.
So as a Liverpool fan, you already think you're biased. Now as a neutral fan like me,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see something's off. Now all of these thoughts and conspiracies and things are gonna start going through people's head. Hey, this is a little too much all at once. What's going on over here?
Yeah, that's just the first half.
That's the first half, my friends. We're in for a treat tonight.
That's just the first half, but like I said, the Undugi, it's just too much. It's too much.
With this bogus statement, talking about it is a factual error from the referee. It should have been corrected. What is that gonna do for the game?
I mean, apologies. Like you said, it's not gonna do anything for us. It's not like they can go back, give us the points that we truly need. Imagine if they really went back and said, you know what, we're gonna change the outcome of the game. We're gonna leave it at 2-2. I'd be more reasonable about it, but
but that's impossible, bro.
It is impossible. It is impossible
because we really don't know what would have happened.
Of course, 100%. But I'm just saying, like, I'd be like, oh, all right, cool. But like I said, we rely on these guys, like you said, best league in the world. We rely on the players. We rely on the coaches. We rely on the league, the refs, everything.
Yep.
Everybody has a big part in this league.
Right.
To maintain that status. English Premier League is the best league in the world. But now you have refs making horrible calls. It's questionable.
Very questionable, man. And at the end of the day, they have to be held accountable.
Oh, yeah. Bro, after that, I was like, repercussions have to be in place.
But what are the repercussions? Because you can go as a player and go write something on Twitter. You might get a game ban and 25,000 pounds.
100%. No.
Fine.
Players, no. It's not in the player's best interest to go on social media and say all these things. Let the club do the work. Right. You see how the club is asking for the audio. You know what I'm saying? And things are coming out slowly,
I agree, bro. But I'm saying if that's what they're doing for players for voicing their opinion on social media, what is going to happen to a ref that screwed a huge game in the league? Like, this is a big game fighting for second. What if this was the last game of the season fighting for Champions League, relegation?
First place.
Bruh. This has to be, unfortunately, this person, the VAR, the referee, whoever, has to be set as an example, because this can't happen again. He has to be banned. He has to have a fine. He has to go through all this stuff so that people know, like, pay attention, because this comes down to negligence and carelessness. Yep. And we can't have that in the game where millions and millions and hundreds of millions are at stake.
Well, they already started the process. It was Darren Cook, and who else was a guy?
Darren England and Dan Cook.
Oh yeah, Dan Cook, and you said Darren England, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They were supposed to be in the booth for the Chelsea and Fulham game. They weren't there.
Thank God, because we probably would have lost. We got the first win in a long time.
I don't wish this on no team.
No team,
you know? But it just feels worse. Like, that's the team I support. And knowing how we've been playing, it's like, dude, why do we deserve all this?
You don't deserve it. That's the thing, bro.
It's crazy.
So,
and it's discouraging.
It's discouraging.
As a fan, never mind as a player.
As a player.
You're going there. You're training every week. You're going there to play, like I said, a highly anticipated game, to win the game.
All right.
Now you walk away with a loss. And I'm not mad with the loss. I understand it. We played until the last minute.
Yeah, literally Jota gets the red. Now you're down to 9 men.
Yeah, but let's talk about the first yellow card. That was clearly not a yellow.
Yeah, it could have been passed down because he had just came into the game 15, 20 minutes before for Gakpo that got injured.
Yep.
After that, it's like one of his first fouls. Usually in the game, it's your first foul. The referee go to you like, yo, first one, but second and third, something like that might be a yellow. Even though if it's not a yellow, human error is always going to happen in the game. We can't get away from that. But for the second one, I was just so surprised he gave him a yellow right after, because the foul happened 2 minutes after he got the yellow. And he gets a second yellow 2 minutes after. I think the referee has to use a little bit more discretion Because you already gave a red to a Liverpool player.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this true statement. You know, if the ref honestly thought the first yellow was a yellow, and then Jota comes with this tackle, you know, I kind of understand it. That Jota didn't need to do that,
especially that second one.
You know, the second one he didn't. The first one was nothing. Undugi kicked his own leg, fell and screamed. Jota's just looking like, bro, I didn't even touch this guy.
But where's the VAR for that?
With no VAR for that. Yeah, so that's exactly my point. Who's watching these games? And then the second one, I think that's just like frustration.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get the ball back.
Like, damn, we're down. I'm working. We're down a man. This is BS.
Yeah. And then you commit into a tackle that you shouldn't. And now you drop down to 9 men.
He got into trouble. Then he got into more trouble by getting sent off.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the most wild games.
Yeah.
Most disturbing things I've seen in a game in a long time.
And it had nothing to do with players. Nothing to do with the players. All had to do with the officiating.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And the way it ended was even worse.
And then it's like, you know, VAR, you know, it's continuous mistakes. It's not the first. It's not the fifth. It's not the 10th time.
How many times have we complained about VAR? And these are just the things that they've acknowledged. These are just the games that we've watched. We don't watch every single game. It's impossible. Imagine all the other games and all the other, not even the other leagues, the other teams in the first division of the English Premier League.
It's just, it's crazy to me. You know, sometimes they want to include VAR when it's like someone's shirt offsides or a pinky or a toe.
My hand is this way and I'm getting
or
a handball.
My ear is like.
Come on, man.
And you're telling me you couldn't put the line to Romero's foot. Craziness.
Outrageous, man.
But like I said, I'm not mad with the result. You know, own goal, but
ends in an own goal. The 6 minutes of added time.
You know, my man's was tired though. He was tired.
I mean, more than that, they're getting pressured. I mean, you got 8 men and a goalie, and you have 11 people going after you.
Yep.
Crosses in there, challenges.
Alisson had incredible saves.
I remember a couple episodes ago, I said Alisson keeps Liverpool in the game. That's why he's a #1 keeper in the world for me right now. Yeah. And he did it time and time again, bro.
Dude, I had Son on my league. Bro, I was so tight. I was like, I don't even care for these points this week.
Put him on the bench.
No, I had him starting, but I'm like, I was just, discussing like just because what happened before that.
But what's crazy is that like we can't even blame Tottenham. This has nothing to do with Tottenham.
Nothing to do with Tottenham.
Nothing to do with Liverpool.
Nothing
can't blame anybody but the officiating. That's what sucks.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's the people that should be completely removed from the outcome of the game. Is completely at fault for how this game went and ended up ending, because after so much pressure from Spurs, Liverpool cracks own goal from Matip after a cross is coming in, trying to clear it.
Yeah,
it
happens.
It's unfortunate the way it ended. I'm not a Liverpool fan, and I'm talking like this. It's just unfortunate that it wasn't a fair game, and we're gonna have to live with that in history. I think this is gonna be remembered as the 9 versus 12 game. 9 for Liverpool and 12 for Spurs.
Yep, 100%.
For the ref.
Oh, maybe not even 9 and 12.
Maybe
probably
15
more.
And 16.
Yeah, maybe 15 versus 8.
Crazy.
You know, maybe we had a few Tottenham fans on the pitch, reffing that game. No, I'm joking, but it is what it is. We took the L. We continue to push, and we move on to the next fixture.
Yeah, next fixture is next week. So let us know your comments and what you think about the entire game. If you watched it, if you didn't, what you think about our comments on the game. It was a crazy, crazy outcome. But like you said, on to the next fixture.
Yeah, Real Madrid and Napoli. Game turned out to be 3-2.
Cracking match.
Yeah,
in the Champions League.
Yeah, between both clubs. I mean, they both played pretty well, I would say. At some points I thought Napoli were going to win the game. At some points I thought Real Madrid were going to come back and win. But, Napoli did pretty good. The beginning of the first half.
Napoli came to play. Like, you got to give a lot of respect to them. They're coming up against one of the best teams in the world that are on fire. And they said, I don't care who's on your team. We're going to come and play our game. And that's exactly what they did.
They did. Jude Bellingham, though. Jude Bellingham.
The guy is he's not from Earth, bro.
No, he's not. What is it? 8 goals in 9 games. Dude, like, now he's a attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
You see how they've been playing him when they have, Vinny and then Rodrigo up top. Yo, this dude's a legit sicko.
He is an elite player. He's up there with the Haalands, Mbappe's, Binnies. He is performing at a level that I didn't think he would perform at this season. I thought it was going to take him a couple years to get to this level. He's on Ballon d'Or status right now.
Oh, 100%. From where he was at in Dortmund till now, it's like, yo, this dude, like, grew drastically. Like, this guy's, like...
Bro.
He's probably the best player right now.
I think he's...
They're talking about he replaced Benzema.
As far as numbers go, I don't even know if Benzema was doing these type of numbers last year.
Benzema had good numbers, but it's looking like
a goal a game.
Yeah.
That's Haaland type numbers.
Yeah.
That's outrageous. I mean, he's fast, he's strong, he's tall, he's fearless, confident, can finish, can dribble. I mean, the guy is...
He got the whole package. Midfielder. Yeah, definitely. What else happened in the game?
I think Osimhen is a force to be reckoned with, man, because he's going up against someone like Rudiger, and Rudiger, he has no fear in his body, not a fearless bone in his body, and he's going up for headers, and he's climbing up Rudiger. He's going into challenges. He's using his body. He's a proper number 9. I mean, there's a lot of rumors of him going to some of these top clubs, even Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. I mean, it was a good game for Real Madrid to scout him, Right. And they have one more other game, to scout him. And with the situation going on with him, with the whole, trolling video from the social media chief, the chief actually left the building.
Yeah.
He's gone. But he says he still loves Napoli. But you know how things go. He has all his Napoli pictures are gone.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
All his Napoli pictures are gone. But I mean, if he goes to Real Madrid, the best time to go, and Real Madrid has a good time to rail him in. He only has a couple more years in his contract.
I think Osimhen and his agent and his team is doing something very slick right now. Yeah. So obviously Napoli posted that TikTok video of him missing a PK and then making fun of him, which is outrageous. The guy had to get fired for whoever posted that, which happened, obviously. Osimhen takes down all of his Napoli photos, which I've noticed. I said, what is going on? But I think what they're doing here is, hey, listen, my contract ends in about 18 months.
You think they're going to give him a crazy contract?
You either give me a crazy contract with a release clause, so if a team wants to come and buy me out, I can go to that team right away, like Real Madrid or Man City, Chelsea, one of these big clubs. Or I can let my contract run out, and I'll go for free. The ball's in your court.
Yo, he has the upper hand right now. Yeah. I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's super young. So by the time his contract ends, he'll be 26. He could go to Real Madrid at that time. He'll have time. He'll have many years to go. But for me, I don't understand why you would even how is that even a thought to even post something like that? There's enough, trolling people on the media already. You know what I'm saying?
Especially a black player over there, man. You know how in Italy it gets crazy out there.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's already enough people that's trolling. Like, I bet you someone else would have went and made that video. But it's like your club, really? Club. Like, we just won the league last year. He was one of the best players on the team last year.
Far in the
and probably still the best player on that team.
I would say
so. It's like I've never seen that. I've never seen that with any other club.
I've never seen a lot of things that happened this weekend. I've never seen a lot of things, and one of those things right there. I mean, Napoli is handling it the best they can, but Osimhen, I think he's handling it well because he's saying, "I love Napoli, but hey, Napoli, do your part to keep me, or else I'll go."
You better show up with the numbers, and you get me.
Definitely, man.
I thought it was a great game.
Good game. Real Madrid.
Oystergaard, I thought that was a nice header.
Yeah.
And
they're aggressive, man. Napoli, they come and they're aggressive. They press, and Oystergaard got his after the mistake that Kepa made. I don't know what was going on over there, man.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling Kepa right now. I don't think he's a proper fit for that team.
I'm telling you from a Chelsea perspective that has had him for several years, I was never feeling him.
Yeah.
So for him to come out with his left hand when you're gonna have more power with your right hand. I'm not a goalie, and I know that. I don't know, Kepa, man. You're gonna have to pick it up, but yeah.
It was cool that Oystergaard scored because he scored his first goal the previous week.
Really?
And then he just really got added into the starting sheet because they're having trouble with the back line right now. So it's a great time for him to capitalize and get goals and contribute to the team.
Proper performance, Oystergaard. I wish you would have got the win, but hey, sometimes it doesn't fall on
let's talk about. Oh, actually, what was his name? Zelensky. He scored. That was an nice
PK.
pen. Pretty
unsavable.
Yeah, unsavable.
In. Come on, I don't care.
Power shot. But after that, I thought like Real Madrid were gonna lose that game. They couldn't get the ball out of their half.
When it was tied 2-2,
2-2,
I was like, yo, Napoli is on the front foot right now.
I thought they were gonna go and score again, but Valverde pulled up with that shot, and wow, as we would say, that was a bomb-be-doo.
Bomb-blastic, bro.
Bro.
I don't think anyone in the world can shoot a ball harder than Valverde right now.
Ooh, I got to think about
because
that
it's consistent. It's shots from outside, 30 yards out, flying to the post. When he misses, it's barely. When it's going in, it's flying and ripping the net.
Yo, he didn't get the goal, though.
Didn't get the goal because it was an own goal, technically. But
damn.
What a hit. Smash it off the crossbar. Goalie's going to save it. Hits the back of his back or his hand or something. And it just drops in. But he's a dangerous guy. And he can sit a little bit in that midfield and just be like, yep, everybody else can get this shine. When that rebound comes, I'm putting it in.
Yo, he's a good player. I mean, he's dangerous anywhere you put him.
Literally
the wing,
anywhere.
The center mid, like, he's a versatile player.
You want to
keep him. You want to keep this guy as long as you can. And he actually said, like, he would love to be the captain of Real Madrid one day. He could get there, but...
No, why not? The captain right now is Nacho.
Yeah.
Nacho's getting up there in age, 32, 33 years old.
Yeah.
Who's after him? It's got to be Valverde. He's been there since he was a youth.
It could be, but the way it's going, it could be Jude Bellingham.
Ooh, that's a shout.
It could be. Why not?
It could be. But, man,
he's a leader.
They would do Valverde dirty.
They would. But remember, there was a lot of things going on saying, like, Real Madrid are looking to sell players. There was even rumors saying that they're willing to sell Valverde.
I remember that in the summer, right?
In the summer. But I don't know. You got to keep the guy as long as you can.
Yeah.
He has a lot of years left, and that's a guy you can rely on. I love his energy. I like when he plays.
Yeah, man, he just performs. He's going to give you – he's consistent. And when he has a good game, he has a great game, and he had a really good game today.
Yeah, 100%. So, going off to our next game.
Speaking of Real Madrid, their arch nemesis and rivals played at the weekend. Barcelona versus Sevilla.
Yeah, result ended out in a 1-0 loss. Unfortunate own goal. And, both teams came into play.
Yeah.
They both had good chances. But to leave it at 1-0 for an own goal, that must sting a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Barcelona, they had many chances. They ended up getting saved by the own goal by none other than Mr. Sergio Ramos. Who I would never think would score an own goal against Barcelona.
He scores a lot of goals.
Scores a lot of goals, gets a lot of red cards, but own goals, I don't see much of them from him. And it was kind of weird because who crossed it in?
Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres crossed it in, and Lamine Yamal heads it back into the danger area, and it just hits Sergio Ramos in the feet, and it goes in. And it's crazy. After that happened, we started seeing stuff on Instagram and all these social media posts where like 7, 8, 9 years ago, Lamine Yamal was like a ball boy, like one of those kids that walk out with the with the professionals.
Players. Yeah.
And the professional that he walked out with was none other than Sergio Ramos. So just a few years later for them to link up and play against each other. The guy is 16 years old, balling out of control, by the way.
Yep.
And Ramos is 37. The guy could be his father.
That's a crazy story to like paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lamine Yamal, bro, signs a new contract. They got to keep the guy.
He did, yeah.
He's playing beyond his years. Like, dude, at 16, fam, you're telling me in 5 years this guy will be 21? He's getting starts in at 16?
But I don't remember ever seeing something this young and at this developed. Maybe
Bro,
Bellingham at Borussia Dortmund.
I could say Bojan Kirkic, he was good when he was young. You know, like he had his time. Like he was up there. But I mean, yo, at 16, dude, I don't know. I've never seen someone just so composed. You know, like the balls that he puts in, you know, it's a threat.
Doesn't he remind you a little bit of Dembele when he dribbles?
A bit.
And they just lost Dembele. I feel like it's not even like he's there because Lamine Yamal just came in and just, like you said, so composed, dribbling. It's just...
He got good size for his age. Dude, the guy got to be at least like 5'10".
At least. He's going to body me. Crazy.
I don't know about that one.
I
wouldn't allow that.
I'll go flying. I might go flying.
I'll give him that nice grown man tackle. Nah, I'm joking. But, yo, he's a great player. Well-deserved for the contract.
I'm really not conceptualizing that he's 16 and 10 years younger than me, playing for Barcelona every week.
Yeah, imagine going on FIFA as a 26-year-old ready to play and then you're like, damn, you know, I'm not in FIFA. This guy's 16. Bro.
That's
outrageous,
man.
To carry on with it, João Felix.
He's really playing well for Barca.
Yeah, definitely playing well. You know, hit the bar. Yo, he's a very creative guy. You know, he's a threat in the box. He's a threat outside the box when he's dishing in balls. The dummies, you know, the passes. Like, I don't think there's a better spot for him right now than Barcelona.
I agree because I was kind of confused on how they're going to play him because the way Xavi likes to play, they have Lewandowski all wide and then two wingers that can bomb up and down. But the way João Felix is playing is kind of like a free roam.
Yep.
Right? Off from left and then free roam. But 3 goals and assists. Really playing well. That chance with Cancelo that you said that bounced off the crossbar should have been a finish. But you can see the creativity he has. And, you know, he's on a loan at Barcelona.
And that's the guy they needed. They needed a left winger for a while. And, you know, he could play as a false 9. So they can do a lot with him. But the president loves him. He was asked if he can get, and who would he rather want, Mbappe or Haaland? He said he'd rather bring João Felix. You think he said that because he really felt that way, or he said that because they were very close to getting João Felix?
That's outrageous, bro. João Felix is a good player. Haaland,
Mbappe? Yo, that was a good joke. That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
Like I said, many things this weekend I'm
not trying to discredit the guy.
Yeah, we can't. But there's levels.
You're talking about Mbappe and Haaland?
There's levels, man. Let's be real. But
he has a lot of work to get back to that status. Because
they bought him for how much? $120 million. Is he of $120 million right now? Is he worth that right now? I can't really say that.
Not even close, but far from the price tag. As long as he contributes to the team and he builds on his game, that's all that matters.
Do you think Barca will sign him after the loan is over?
Depends on the price. I mean,
$80 million.
$80 million, no way.
Barca can't afford it.
They can't.
It's unfortunate, man. Don't get into debt that you can't repay. All right, don't do that to yourself. Barca's reaping the effects of that. But yeah, 1-0 to Barcelona. Sevilla got the loss, but pretty entertaining game.
I enjoyed it.
Speaking of entertaining games, one more game we're going to talk about was another derby, another big game in the Portuguese league. O Clásico. Benfica versus Porto at Benfica's home, Estádio da Luz. Interesting start to the game at the 19th minute. I'm a Porto fan, by the way. And, you know, some of these referees pissed me off this weekend. First in Liverpool game, but definitely in this one because outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, going back to it, this is another highly anticipated game. This is
El Clásico of Portugal.
Yeah, of course. And then, these two teams have a great history. They're like, you know, they produce some of the best players out here. So you're expecting a good game regardless. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you give the guy a yellow card for what? Because...
For a clean tackle.
Yeah, for a clean tackle. But it's more so he's giving him a red card because of the follow-up. Dude got the ball. He's continuing to slide. Player falls over him. Is it his fault? It's part of the game.
Right.
People, honestly, people are going to get hurt during this game. Any game you play. But come on now. You ruin the game after that. And then it's like Porto were actually staying in the game for a long period of time.
Reminded me of how Liverpool stays in the game when they're down a man. I was really proud of Porto because we don't have the greatest team, even though we have a good team. But like you said, you change the game. 19th minute, you get a red card for a challenge where you got all ball, and then it was just like the aftermath, like the follow through.
Yeah.
Of you doing a sliding tackle. You're not gonna just stop as soon as you touch the ball. You're gonna continue. Your hand or your leg might be somewhere, and you just touch the guy and he falls. He didn't dive. I don't think it was a dive, but it's part of the game.
It wasn't a dive.
And it's not a foul, let alone a red. Outrageous. VAR checked it again, and of course, another mistake.
Yeah, like I said, going back, slow motion. The guy sees it in slow motion. He's like, oh. But, the first thing should be, did he touch the ball?
Right.
If he touched the ball and you still want to give him a yellow card because maybe it looks crazy or whatever, all right, give him the yellow card. No more than a yellow card, though. Red card is too much. You're pushing it.
Do you understand what the explanation was, though? They said they denied a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. 40 yards away from the goal.
My friend, this week was a bunch of foolery. And this, I won't say it tops it, but it's up there.
It's up there.
It's up
in
there.
Controversy because this is a big game. And there's, some things that happen in the big games that maybe we shouldn't talk about live on air.
Yeah. But after that, I don't know. Maybe can they appeal that or something? Because
it's similar to Liverpool game.
Yeah, but, what is it? McAllister, they appealed his red card a few weeks ago, and he was able to play the following game. I don't know. They got to go review that again because some of these refs, I mean, they lack good judgment.
And I think it's because they've never touched a soccer ball before.
Could be.
Never touched the ball, never played. Things got to change in the officiating arena because it's hurting the fans, the viewers, participants in the club, staff, the club itself, but more importantly, the entire game.
Yep.
Something's got to be done. So at the end, Benfica ended up winning 1-0. Di Maria with a finish after so much pressure that Porto's trying to endure. You're going to crack eventually. And, fair play to both teams. You played your game. Nothing you can do about referee making mistakes or making the calls that they make. So, congrats, Benfica, but we'll come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, 100%. Di Maria, though, dude's old, and he's still contributing, at the highest level.
Have a lot of respect for that guy.
During the World Cup, he was a big player on the team.
Huge player. Everybody talks about Messi, but if you really watch that World Cup, it's Di Maria that did a lot of the dirty work.
He might be one of the most underrated players of all time. Because we have, these high-profile players like Messi, Ronaldo. Mind you, he played with both of them. So it's like he's a little underappreciated, and he played at a lot of clubs throughout his career. All the top ones, United, Madrid, Benfica. There's probably more that PSG,
Juventus.
Bro, all in the those are in the recent years. Damn, it feels like this guy's been playing for a long time. I see no signs of him slowing down.
And I have a lot of respect for him because Benfica, he played for him when he was a lot younger, maybe like 15 years ago. And he had the option to go into the Saudi League and just get a big paycheck. And he said, listen, I want to go. I don't care how much Benfica pays me. I want to go back to my club because I love the game. I want to play at a high level. You got to respect someone like that.
You definitely do. Imagine Ronaldo does that and he just goes to sport thing, bro.
I mean, I was hoping for that, but I think most of the world was hoping for that, but didn't end up that way. Everybody makes their choices, but respect to everybody. Respect to Benfica, Di Maria, Porto, everybody except for the refs this week.
Yeah, that was crazy. So last segment of the week, we have predictions.
We have a big prediction coming up this weekend.
Yeah, so Arsenal and what is it, Man City?
Arsenal, Man City, bro.
Wow.
So last year, last year, Man City ended up winning the league, and Arsenal probably should have won the league because they just had such a big lead, and it came down to injuries for Arsenal, Saliba, and maybe a few others that were injured at critical parts of the season that, they weren't at full strength and they ended up bottling it.
Yeah.
Man City ends up winning it.
I mean, if injuries occur this time, I mean, they have a lot of reinforcements. There should not be any excuses. But Bukayo Saka, I don't know. I don't know what the injury was. I don't know
Something
if
with the hamstring.
Oh, hamstring. Oh no,
hamstring.
he's not playing.
They said hamstring, so he's probably not going to play against Man City.
No.
And at right wing, do they have the depth that they should be having, like they have everywhere?
They
up on
have
the pitch?
Nelson. He actually scored last week in the Champions League.
Really?
Yeah. It was the winner. He scored. Yeah, he scored. I mean, that game you could play him or Trossard, if Trossard's healthy.
True.
And Trossard, he's been looking pretty good. I mean, he's been putting a few numbers on the board with the absence of Martinelli. But Martinelli should be fit for this match. But Bukayo Saka is definitely
It's a huge loss.
Yeah, a huge loss because
it's the best player in the team.
Yeah, I'd probably yeah. Best attacker, maybe. Nah, yeah.
He's got to be the
best player. Yeah.
That's a tough loss, but
Man City's dealing with injuries as well. I mean, they have Kevin De Bruyne still injured, and I forget someone else got injured. Rodri.
No, he's suspended.
Suspended? Oh,
yeah, he got that red card.
Oh wow, I thought he had an injury.
Oh
yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Choke slam someone.
Yeah. He thought he was in a WWE.
WWE.
Yeah.
I do a choke slam on someone. That's crazy. Bernardo Silva might be out with an illness. I don't know. He's doubtful. He may or not play. But at the end of the day, both teams are suffering some injuries and suspensions. We got to come up with a prediction who's going to win, because at the end of the day, both teams are going to fight hard.
Man City haven't been looking like, the regular Man City that we know for the past few weeks. Even in the Champions League, I forget who they were playing. I believe it was Copenhagen. I'm not sure.
No. Man, who did they play?
I forget who they played, but they were down. They were down, and they had to come back and win. But being down in that game, when they were, they were supposed to go and dominate.
FA Cup.
FA Cup. Newcastle 1-0, and now you lose to Wolves.
2-1.
Little spooky right now. So if there's a better time to play City, right now. It's right now. So I might give Arsenal the edge. I think Arsenal wins the game. Because, Haaland got to go against this
brick wall.
Yeah, this strong back line that they have. And he doesn't really have other reinforcements, to help, to guide him and, serve him, creative balls and all that other good stuff. It's going to be a hard game for him, I think. He couldn't get past Wolves. But, every dog has his days.
Every dog has his days. Wow.
But, yeah.
Every dog has his day. I never heard that. That's a good one right there.
But,
I need a scoreline, bro. Scoreline. Arsenal edges it.
Oh, man. This is a tough one. Arsenal, they have trouble scoring goals, too, sometimes. So, I don't think they scored no more than 2 goals. I might go as a 2-1. 2-1 win. 2-1 win.
That's fair. Yeah, both teams are suffering. But you got a menace called Erling Haaland, who scored 36 goals in the league last year.
Alvarez.
I was gonna say Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez looking
People are sleeping on that guy.
Bro, underrated guy.
Just like Di Maria in the World Cup.
EAFC gave this guy an 80 overall.
Violation.
Dude just won the World Cup. Bro, you seen the free kick he bagged in?
Blasted that. Top bins, bro.
No, dude, that dude's underrated.
Very.
He could go to a lot of teams and start. No problem.
He can start on every single team except Man City. He's starting now because of injuries
starting
and stuff.
now. Not even because of injuries. He's starting now because departures. Mahrez leaving. They love Mahrez. He was their go-to guy.
But let's keep it real though. if they're playing 3 in the midfield, my starting 3 in the midfield would be Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva.
Yep.
Where does that leave Alvarez? Unless you stick him out where he doesn't play out
Alvarez,
right wing.
But Alvarez is a striker and a winger. So, last year they had, Haaland. Look, Haaland got his place there.
Right.
No one else plays there. Unless they want to throw Alvarez in a game, for a league game. Oh, not league game. Cup game. But, now you got Grealish that's really an attacking midfielder playing left. You have Mahrez out there.
No, Mahrez is gone.
No, but last year.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Foden sometimes playing wing.
Yep.
It's tough. It was a tough team to get into.
That's what I'm saying. Every other team he's starting except for Man City right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go. I think Pep is just too smart. I'm gonna go with the 3-1 win.
Ooh,
And
spicy.
it's not gonna be a blowout in a sense. It's gonna come down to these little mistakes that Arsenal is gonna make, in my opinion. I just think they don't have that ruthless cut edge that we know Man City already has. It's gonna come down to a mistake or two, and if you make a mistake against Man City, they're gonna make sure you get punished. And that's at the end of the day.
Hey, Man City haven't been punishing people, so we'll see.
People haven't been making mistakes, brother, but Arsenal has a mistake or two in them. So 3-1 Man City is my prediction. So we're gonna have to wait till the weekend to see.
All right.
Let us know your predictions in the comments.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Continue to check in, like, share, subscribe. We really need the subscribers. We would love the subscribers. It's coming up slowly.
And as it goes up, maybe a giveaway or two might be announced.
We'll see.
You gotta stick around and subscribe, turn on notification bells to hear
it'll
the
be on
next
Kelton's
announcement.
bill, So he got you guys.
That's something we're gonna discuss off air.
Yeah.
So, catch you guys on the next podcast, next episode. Stay safe. Catch you next time.